Hello, folks. This is Father Clayton. I reaching out to say hello to those who follow me on YouTube and to say thank you for your prayers. I have been away for a while, a couple months. I was doing pretty good, and then leading up to Christmas, I started having swings and health issues and episodes, so I had to cut back from all activity, including my YouTube videos. So it was um, just what it was. I wasn't even able to put up my Christmas videos for December. They're still on the phone. I haven't even processed those. So this is the first video since I had to step away from certain parts of ministry, and God blessed me with an opportunity and a therapist and a doctor down in Florida. So I left right after Christmas, and one thing led to another, and I found a parish, an awesome parish. I found a community and a loving pastor who welcomed me in, and I've been down with them for it's now March 1st, so I've been with them for about 2 months, 7 weeks. I came here in early January. I had to give up the dogs, so that's been hard. They're up north with Lily's breeder, my female's breeder, who's amazing with them, and but I have to give them up, and eventually I have to say goodbye to my dogs, my pups. It's the best for them. So, but my treatments, I've been in week 6 of my treatments this week, and they're going well. They're hooking my brain up to a machine. The therapist is using this new neurotherapy technology, and it's working. It's doing things that well, not getting into too much detail, but things are happening in a good way. And the sun. I've spent every day down here in the sun. It's been a amazing several weeks of good weather. 88-degree days. I hate to say that for everyone back home who just has been going through one of the worst winters we've had in a long time. I'm sorry, but I'm enjoying 80-degree weather, a lot of sun. I just went to the beach for the first time. I've been down here just this week, so I haven't even been able to go to the beach right away. I was just focused on prayer, mass, and my treatments. And going to the gym also helps. In other areas, I at the end of January, when I got here, I was here for a couple weeks, I finally got in touch with my neurologist, neuropsychologist, and a neuro team in Madison at UW and with the VA at Middleton in Madison. So they have gotten a team together to help me. And I had great news with my last meeting. We were having symptoms from different types of things. I was diagnosed with syringomyelia. I have a dilated / cyst in my spinal cord. So I'm having those symptoms, and then I'm having hydrocephalus issues to a degree. They come and go, and we don't know why. I'm having symptoms that relate to all of them, and then some of them, and then not. And I don't want to get into too much detail, but when you're cerebral fluid or you're definitely having neurological issues still after 5.5 years of a brain injury, and then all that swelling, 18 months before the swelling went down, and then I had cerebellar tonsil artopia for a time, and then I had a series of years of procedures to keep that freed up, and then the cerebral fluid was working well. So, but anyhow, there's been all these it's been an interesting case for the doctors because it's complicated um, and then I have Asperger's. I don't really tell people that, but since I was an infant, it's in our family. And then I have PTSD on top of that, from trauma to a couple accidents, but also trauma as a child, losing my mother at 6. Um, all of that, when I was abused when I was younger, I had sexual abuse too, when I was 4. I never told anybody that, but it became relevant when one of my doctors, they did a big screening and a full, psych eval, and then they diagnosed me with complex PTSD, and the brain injury didn't help. And then cerebral fluid issues, and post-concussion syndrome symptoms. There's like 30, off and on. Uh, yeah, it's been and then I have these neurological things that come and go. My eyes go out, they just stop working. I get a lisp, a premotor lisp will show up, and my tongue doesn't move. My hearing changes, it gets super sensitive. Then I get tinnitus bad, and then a migraine kicks in, and then uh, my autonomic nervous system will kick in. That happened a couple times over the years. All of that, those are just some of my symptoms, some of the serious ones that would just come and go. And then I have massive depressive disorder. So I get really, uh, this, and my mother used to have this, so it's also genetic. Massive depressive disorder where your body stops functioning. They call it psychomotor delay. Uh, and yeah, and those are the days I couldn't drive. So with all the doctors I was mentioning earlier, and the specialists, and all the doctors, I got several, a team of them. They finally kind of ruled out some things, and then diagnosed me with what they call functional neurological disorder, and that explains all my symptoms that are not related to brain injury and post-concussion syndrome, that are not related to PTSD, that are specific to my nervous system. So functional neurological disorder is a multi-complex situation, and it's just what it is. But I am at peace, and I'm happy because we finally have the answer to like the crux of everything, the missing link, the missing piece of the puzzle. We had all this outside stuff, and then it all focuses on this disorder, which, when you look at my entire history, um, all develops into this disorder. So that's why it's perpetual. It's pretty much a permanent. Some stuff relief can be had with with cognitive behavioral therapy. So I have to relearn certain things, which is super frustrating. And I've kind of noticed that anyways over the years. Been specific on how I speak because of the lisp. So for about 4 years, it really developed about 4 years ago. So 2 years after the incident. So I've been working on it, and I'm retraining my muscles. But speaking therapy, dialectic therapy, behavioral therapy, and then cognitive decision making all kinds of things. How to process your emotions, how to process decisions. Um, it's really It's really interesting. Um, just how incredible the brain is and how much it does, and even the little slight degree of injury or disorder or something throws everything off. That's what I'm going through, and that's what this series of therapies, it's helping. The computer and what I am experiencing, I don't have time to explain, but it's impressive. And it's been 5 hours a week for several weeks, so I got 3.5 more weeks to go, and I should be home at the end of March, and I'll be flying out to Lourdes, France, where I will be going to with a group of pilgrimage folks. I can't remember the name, the Lord's Volunteers of America. They're a bunch of nurses and doctors who take people who are unable to, with great disability, those who are in wheelchairs, any ailment or illness. Some have cancer, some have a host of health problems, and a couple times a year this group goes to Lourdes and they bring them to the water. They bring them to the pilgrimage place where the Blessed Mother visited, 170, 150, 60, 70 years ago, 1850s. So I'm going there, and it's my second time, and really excited about that. And so in the meantime, I'm soaking up the sun, and it's helping. It's pushing my neurochemicals. So that's what happens in the winter when you only got 8 hours of sleep. 8 hours of daylight. And I had 10 weeks of that, and I knew it was coming, and it was just like clockwork. And it was that way last year, and it was really bad 2 years ago. Yeah, I've had it every winter, and it just finally made sense. I started having like serious psychomotor issues, and I never explained them fully to my doctors because I don't know, I just thought it was other symptoms. It was a mix of so many things, and then you're on so many drugs to help manage things that you don't know what's sometimes what. So yeah, the sunlight. When you're having that many neurological things, light into the eyes affects the brain, tells the brain, the light pumps the brains. It's weird. It's like kryptonite for darkness is kryptonite. Like Superman, he needs sunlight, and so I feel it feels funny to say that, but the sunlight, the intensity of the sunlight, it boosts my everything. It's for anybody. That's why snowbirds and people who are older, people with health issues, that's why they fly to Florida and Arizona. So I've been blessed to come down here, an amazing community. I'm playing music for the first time in 2 years. My psychomotor issues got so bad in March of 24. That was my last time I played. I was writing music from this fall of 23 to 24, several months of music, and then it all disappeared. I couldn't move my body into rhythm, and I couldn't play music. I couldn't hold a tune. It was scary. It felt like the music was just gone, and I thought it was forever. It hadn't, because it was gone for almost 2 years. I thought I was gone, and that wasn't helping the depression. Not being in a parish, not being with people, bound to your bed, in the rhythm of that 12 on, 12 off. It was the only way. It's no way to live. It's now in my best medical interest to start thinking long term, and so I'm hoping to speak to my bishop when I come back after Lourdes, after Easter, somewhere in there, and to share how I'm doing. And he doesn't know all that I've shared right now. We're just kind of figured it out in the last several weeks. So, yeah, I'm down in Florida. I'm recovering from winter and all the stuff that I am going through. My head is up. I'm happy that I have answers, and it's easier to manage things when you know really. Like, there's words for these things, there's terminology, there's symptoms to syndromes, and they're telling me this, oh no, this is this and this, and it's like, and it's so, I've been happy, my mood is up, all those, we all have a cross, and the Lord has blessed me, and so many other things. So your prayers and the community and all those who watch my videos, I'm coming back. I am now coming back, but we'll try slow, maybe once or twice a week. But I'm playing music down here in Florida. I'm playing at this carnival next week at the parish, so we might record that. But I'm finally able to play music again, and I'm going to sing some of my songs. So God bless all of you. I'll keep in touch. I'm back, and thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your love, and may God bless all of you this Lent. I pray for all my subscribers and all my people who watch, follow, and all my people back home in my diocese. I love you all. God bless, and I'll see you at Mass.